Hey everybody, welcome back to Film Brew, an in-depth conversation about our favorite Hollywood movies and TV shows. My name is Kevin Lyons.
I am Jose Ramos.
I am Daniel de Sangre.
I'm Anton.
And we are two Jaime Mcfly.
Woo! Yeah.
Chug it, chug it, chug it. Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about Game of Thrones Season 7 recap. We have some awards out for you guys that we're going to be working on, including Best Battle, Best Speech, Most Improved Player, and the big one, the Season MVP.
That's right.
And these, of course, are our opinions, so facts.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as Kevin doesn't break the wall.
No wall breaking for me, but I do feel like my inner wall is broken because Game of Thrones just ended, and it feels
How do you feel about
this
that,
Sunday is gonna feel empty because we don't get another episode. But we wanted to make this video for you guys just so you guys have something to watch that's Game of Thrones related.
You know, I feel like that puppy that got left on the side of the street, and my owner just threw rocks at me and screamed, "Get away! Go away!" And now they're gone.
I feel like it's a red wedding all over again, man. My heart's just getting ripped out of my chest, man.
2 years.
Jesus.
2019.
That's ridiculous. What else do you have to wait 2 years for? Nothing. That's such a weird date to wait for. 2 more years for a new TV show.
What I find funny about it is we are suffering over the year and a half, 2 years. Like, it's terrible. But then I start to think of the people that read the book, and they've been waiting like 7, 8 years. Yeah. They might have to wait
longer. 9 years.
Yeah, they have to wait 2020, and we're like a year and a half. No.
Yeah, man, that sucks.
Yeah. And George R. R. Martin is not even finished with a book too. He's like,
dude, ever since the show premiered, he never even released a book yet. Yeah, it's been since.
I think he's waiting till everything's over. So like,
I think
he's gonna change everything. It's like, fuck you guys, I'm gonna change it.
Seriously, he's gonna rewrite the entire ending, man.
I think he's gonna have to, because if he waits till the show is done, there's less incentive to go to the book if people already know how it's gonna end. You have to give them something different.
See, they did say that George kind of hinted at who's gonna end up in his books at the end. It's gonna be Hot Pie. He's gonna end up on the Iron Throne.
Hot Pie ends up
be Hot Pie, dude.
A throne made of hot pies? I'd sit in that shit all day long.
Alright, so let's get into our first one, alright? Best battle. The whole Season 7. There was a lot of good battles. What was the best battle in your guys' opinion?
I'm gonna have to go with the first dragon battle, where the Dothraki against when they were at where was it?
The Lannister army.
Yeah, the Lannister.
Yeah, it was right outside Highgarden.
The Lannisters, when Jaime was running at her with the fucking spear, and they dive off into the water. Dude, that was like the best battle because it had the most amount of people fighting. It had fucking dragons.
You're talking about just Bronn versus Drogon.
That was fucking so cool. That was exactly what I wanted to see. There was no low parts. It explored a huge portion of a battle instead of like single fights. That's what that gets my vote.
That was pretty good. That reminded me of like Saving Private Ryan. I was waiting for that
D-Day.
That ringing, like
like Jaime just looking around.
They had that moment with Bronn, but D-Day, like Dragon Day.
Me, you know what? I'm gonna go a little smaller scale here since you got that big battle. I'm going to say that I like the Arya versus Brienne, even though it wasn't a huge battle.
Okay.
It was, first of all, is them seeing how badass she's gotten at first. So, you know, she's been on her own through the whole time, but now her sister, now Brienne, who's supposed to be her protector, this is when she realizes, like, oh crap, she doesn't need it. And she even says it on the finale when she's talking. And she one-handed Brienne. Like, this is a woman who took out the hound.
Not even one-handed. She had both hands behind her back. She's like, nope.
So even
she's like drunken bastard.
So even though a smaller scale, I feel that scene revealed so much of where she's at. That's the first time we really got to see her full-out badass mode. So it revealed to us as the audience how skilled she is, and everyone else in that world.
She's a water dancer, man. That's what it is. Yeah, learning her trade from Bravo. So, my nomination that I put in here, I'm gonna go a little different. I'm not gonna go with the physical battle. I'm gonna go more Battle of wits, and mine in particular was
Inconceivable!
more... Exactly. Mine was more of a battle of power, and that was between Daenerys and Jon Snow.
Okay.
That little battle that they had between them where they're trying to one-up each other and who's going to make the move. Like, I really liked that. Like, it was just... They both had to earn each other's respect in that regard before it led to the boat sex, of course.
The bend the knee battle.
The bend the knee
battle.
Yes, apparently Jon Snow lost, or did he?
Yeah. We all won.
Exactly.
He knows a little bit of something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that ego battle between them was so good to watch because it lasted several episodes, man.
All right, but what particular confrontation between them would you point out as a highlight of that?
As the highlight was the one where they were on the island where she was going to fly out, and he was saying, you shouldn't do that because it's going to scare them all. And that's when she then takes off with the dragon and ends up burning the whole, right where we're talking about the whole high garden and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's right. Okay, yeah.
She sort of half listened.
Yeah.
She's like, all right, I won't go burn down, but I'm going to burn something down.
I'm going to burn something.
I just need to burn something.
She had to get it out of her system, man. But
you know how rare it is to have a dragons? You gotta let them fire, baby.
Exactly,
I
yeah.
mean, she's really self-contained, because if I had a dragon, I'd have more things
Fuck
with
that.
that.
I'll burn everything.
Yeah,
Burn
dude.
them all!
Forget about the 405 freeway. I'm going right over that bitch.
Yeah, right, burn all those fucking cars.
Yeah.
Which one's yours, Anton?
I'm torn between two things. It's either the Varys and Daenerys battle, or the Grandma Tyrell and Jaime.
Oh, that was a good one.
I think Grandma Tyrell.
I think that
wins
one
this.
wins it, yeah.
You know, even Varys was like so clever, but Grandma Tyrell, just like the look on Jaime's face when she defeated him, even though she's dying already. And just the look, he can't do anything.
She went
But
down
I didn't really feel the tension between those two as much as I did for like an actual like physical battle. I mean, like the battle that he was talking about with Daenerys and Jon felt more like a battle than that one, because Jaime was just cool with her anyway. It's just like, all right, I'm gonna be nice to you when you die.
Yeah, but
like,
it's more
you know?
emotional for him. It's more emotional.
It was an emotional battle.
What did it say? It's kind of like when people are describing rivalries, like what makes a rivalry.
Yeah.
Is it really a battle if one person is just beating down the other? That was a straight one-sided win for her.
Jaime didn't even. He just, like that's all. Like that's all he did.
Yeah, he couldn't do anything.
You just watched her just slowly die.
But that first Varys Daenerys moment, like that back and forth, because he didn't fully give in either. Like,
No,
was
he
just
didn't.
like,
Yeah,
like,
he went
if
toe
you
to
fuck
toe
up,
with her,
I'm just gonna fucking turn on you too.
Done.
You know?
Yeah, and even when she said, he's like, look, you're just a name right now. That's all that you are. You haven't proven shit to me. Like, that was big, man. He threw some blows out there back. Like, they went toe to toe. You know what I mean? And even in the very beginning when they had the introductions and they had their hype men and Davos coming in and throwing out his eyes, like they were just eyeing each other and going like face to face, man. This thing lasted. Like the battle, this is why I vouch for that one, is because your guys' battles, they were great, but they were little tiny moments. This battle between them lasted episodes. Like this was a methodical 12-round boxing match. Like this was good.
I do have an honorable mention.
Okay, which one?
Missandei and Davos, about like saying the name of the queen, like breaker of chains, blah blah blah. Like, she's like, and then Davos goes like, Jon Snow.
Davos won that
Drop
battle.
the mic.
He
Drop the mic.
That was a good one.
You know, like that's an honorable mention, I think.
All right, so
another battle too, if you want to do honorable mentions, Tyrion and Daenerys. Because like he had like
I got one better.
What's that?
Tyrion and Cersei.
Yeah, that was
a good one.
Okay.
They were going right there, and I even thought about that one too, where they were saying that, and then Tyrion says like, "Well, then kill me, You know, like I killed your kids. You know, I killed your dad. Like I killed your mom. Come at me, bro." That's the way he was saying. Come at me.
You know what
that was
sucks?
a good one.
Like every episode has a good battle. Like you gotta pick apart every single episode. You know?
Nothing that sucks about that. That's awesome. There's so much battles to watch. So we got to give it to one. Who do we all have to come up with a consensus. Who do we go
out
with?
of the four that we went,
Out of the four.
went through.
I don't think anybody's gonna win.
Well, we got to give the award
I'm
to
staying
somebody.
strong with the dragon, because fucking dragons. You can't beat dragons in a battle. And when you say battle, you automatically presume a physical battle. So I'm gonna keep my vote for the dragon battle against the Lannisters.
And they all win! There we go. We got 4 awards for battle.
There you go. We just break up the trophy and just dish it.
There you go.
All right, so the next one is best speech, right? So there was a lot of great speeches, a lot of one-on-one, whether it was old characters coming back together, whether it was new introductions. We had some great speeches, some great standoffs between these characters.
Okay.
Which ones do we go with for this?
One that just because I was trying to think of which one stood out the most, but I think it's when Tyrion was talking to Cersei, and he's like, don't you care about this world? After she saw the White Walker, and she just goes into that speech, and she's just like, I don't care about you, I don't care about anybody. When I was staring down the throat of that dead fucking zombie, all I could think about was my world. And like with that was pretty cool, because it's just like, where the fuck is this bitch's heart? Where is it?
Yeah.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. There, and it kind of like let her guard down, where you could see what her weakness is.
Her
because
redeeming quality is her being a mother.
Yeah,
That's
but the thing is that like she's been so heartless, you can't really find a weakness. You don't know what would actually hurt her, but now we know what can hurt her, and she delivered that in a speech to us. So that's what I thought. That's what just popped up in my head.
I'm actually gonna go same episode, and one of my favorite speeches was actually Jon Snow's speech when Cersei asked him not to fight alongside Daenerys.
Oh, the promise is
to give the promise, and he gave his best impression of Ned Stark in that speech, where he was just like, I know this is gonna screw me over and everything that we're trying to do, but my word is my bond. I promise you something I'm not
Kind
gonna
of
do.
like that too.
He
That was a really good one.
showed his loyalty, showed his sense of honor, all in one, even at the sacrifice of his mission.
That's true. I'd have to say a really good speech that I like was Tyrion. Right? It's sort of split between the two, because it kind of goes with it. Where first it's with Daenerys, and he mentions what they have to do, and then he says, you know what? I'm gonna go talk to Cersei. I got this. And then he has that great speech with Cersei about this is what the main issue is. Like, we can squabble over our interpersonal bullshit. Are you going to kill me? No? Then let's move on. Let's talk about this real threat. You could tell that the speech continued beyond that, but they didn't show us that, right, in the footage. But I felt like that was a really good speech.
Well, for me, it's Beric Dondarrion. When he was talking about death is the enemy. That is one of the best speeches, I think. It's like, that's everybody's enemy, because everybody dies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to battle death.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he battled it 6 times and he didn't survive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's his main enemy.
I actually think I want to switch my vote to an honorable mention that just came to my head. Bran creeping out his sisters, talking about when he saw them on the wedding night, having such just really creeping out because every time he would talk, everybody's just like, what the fuck is he talking about?
What is he gonna say
What
next?
the fuck? Like, yeah, is that the most groundbreaking speeches, because he was giving everybody information that is just like crazy and out there. It's like, I'm the third eye raven. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna keep on listening because that sounds like some crazy shit that you're saying.
Another good honorable mention is Sansa going to town on Littlefinger. You did this,
Yeah,
you did that, in court. I was like,
hell yeah.
That's not really a
one.
speech, though. Is that
It
a
is,
speech?
because she was going and she didn't really let him answer, right? It was a one-way conversation.
Honorable mention, I want to say, it was a speech that did not have one word said in it, but all conversation happened.
Both sex.
The eyes. It's right when he goes to the door, and his eyes looked at her, gave the little speech,
hungry
saying,
eyes.
this is happening,
Yeah.
closed his door, and then her eyes are looking back, and
Oh,
she's like, yeah, this is happening.
Don't forget about the third set of eyes, Tyrion down the hallway. he was a part of that speech too, bro.
He's got the hungry eyes.
That was a visual threesome. Come on.
The non-verbal speech. That's the
Yes,
honorable
there
mention.
was.
Well, I'm changing mine then.
That's fine. They're all
We're all
just
changing
honorable
This is the worst award ceremony that's
It's
ever
not
happened.
really anymore. It's just a bunch of honorable mentions.
Hey, well, I'm sticking with mine. That was just an honorable
I'm going
mention.
with Bran. I'm staying with Bran.
No,
But what were you
I'm
gonna
gonna
say?
go with Arya, the first scene.
Oh, fuck yeah.
When, like, the North remembers.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
fucking
Tell
cool.
him. I just remember that. Like, oh, fuck, that was a better scene than what I was saying.
Yeah, that was.
It's
a good
like,
scene.
the North remembers, and if somebody asks you what happened here today, the North remembers, and winter came for House Frey. That is the best.
That was
That's how we
probably the
started
best.
off.
You know what? I think that might be the best speech. That one was pretty.
Can we
fucking
agree upon
solid.
a winner?
Yeah,
now?
we'll agree upon that.
We'll agree upon that.
Here's the Arya.
Cheers.
We got 1 out of 2.
Yeah.
It sucked that the best part happened in the first episode. But
You know what? Even for best battle, we didn't even mention the Magnificent 7 battle scene. That really was a dope battle, though.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there was problems with it or whatever. who cared? It was still dope to watch, man.
Oh, fuck yeah.
They were just going toe to toe, just bashing people, killing. Even the dragon going down, like the Night King with his Olympic fucking Olympian gold medal, the javelin, like.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It was
that
so
was good.
epic. I wish it had more epic music. And I was actually driving over here today, and I was listening to that song, Panama. I want somebody to edit that scene to that music, and I bet you it would look fucking badass. That would be by far the best battle ever
They
created on
actually
film.
edited with My Heart Will Go On. Right when the dragon comes over and then John's like looking up at her.
We got Celine Dion.
Yeah, that's what
Freeze
he's like.
frame, punch into the eyes while he's scared, and then the Night King looking at the dragon and punch in while he has it,
And then Benjamin putting him in a horse, and he's like,
I'll never let you go, but I gotta fly away.
We'll always love you.
well, that's the bodyguard.
I know. That's why he was throwing him up on the horse. That's when you take that battle scene had 3 different songs in it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Man. Just mosh them all together. Panama.
Panama.
All right, what's next?
All right,
Let's
next.
move
So
on.
what we have next is most improved player. So this is a character that was probably either minor, only featured in a very small scale in previous seasons, played a huge role in this season, or either you just felt like just stole their scenes. Most improved player.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to say he's not a good guy, but I gotta say every scene that he was in, like him or hate him, he was the focus of that scene, and it will be your.
You're
All
on.
right, yeah, he was a fucking spotlight
rock star.
stealer, man.
Yeah, from him like walking in there and trying to get at Cersei and then giving it to Jaime.
With his hairband outfit,
Yeah.
like leather pants and shit like that. You know, all of these are the freaking long
Yeah,
hair.
it looks like he came out of some crazy ass biker bar.
Whose poster does he have in his room? What rock band?
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, Guns N' Roses.
But yeah, just the way he gave it to Jaime, that cockiness, that attitude, his one-liners that he had always
Yeah,
stole
I
the
have 2
scenes.
hands. It's like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and then he showed he wasn't just all talk. In a matter of, on screen seemed like minutes, he just tore through most of the fleet, eliminated the sand snake.
That skull thing he had on his boat, where it
Yeah.
just went down and just,
and it
man.
just, that laugh as like
Yeah.
Theon did Theon things, and he just had that maniacal like laugh.
Almost
it's just
Joker laugh.
It's like, oh, you're evil, but damn, you're fun to watch.
Yeah, he was fun to watch, man.
Yeah.
He stole it. I think mine, just one simple term: fermented crab meat. Dude. Davos, man. Davos fucking killed it. Like, even when he had Gendry, and he's like, "Don't say your real name." The Gendry just immediately goes up and just tells Jon Snow, he's Gendry Barath, or the bastard, man. Like, Davos did such a good job in this. He's always been good and he's always been consistent. But I felt like this particular season, he was featured so well, and his character in the show is so much better than it was in the book. This actor elevated that character so much, and it's just, I thought he
was the
fucking
comic
improved
relief.
it, man. He really was the comic relief.
Who did you say
Yeah.
was?
I didn't go yet.
Oh, you didn't
I
go
would
yet?
say Gendry for me.
Gendry.
Gendry. Gendry
Gentry.
for me. Gentry.
Gentry.
Gentry. Yeah, because like you almost forgot about him because they haven't focused on him for so long, and then he just like comes in out of nowhere and he's got no time to waste. He's just like, I want you. I'm coming with you. Let's go. Let's done wasting time. Let's grab my fucking awesome hammer. I'm Thor. Let's go fucking mash some shit up. For me, he just had no time to waste. He just jumped right into it. I loved it.
I gotta say, with him, like, yes, the hammer was badass.
Yes, it was.
But I feel that.
Yeah, you gotta use it one time.
Yeah, but I feel he should have had an oar. He should have just gone with an oar for all his rowing years that he had. His weapon should have been an oar.
And he
Yeah,
could
it
fucking
should've
run
been.
too, dude.
Yeah.
He's like apparently marathon runner.
apparently, and apparently they all knew this.
Yeah, you would think your legs would weaken up, like
Yeah.
just being in the boat for that long, but he's running.
What about you?
I don't know. You guys picked all the good ones. I gotta pick another one. Man.
Well, no, you can agree with one of the other ones and give your
I
points.
want to agree. I want it to be all different. I think I'm gonna go with.
The direwolf.
He wasn't even in it.
No,
he was.
Arya's.
There it is.
Oh, and Nymeria.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not gonna go direwolf. I'm gonna go Ice
Sheeran?
Dragon.
You're gonna go
Ice
Ed
Dragon.
Sheeran.
Ice Dragon.
Ed Sheeran. Yours is Ed Sheeran. I knew it.
Yeah, Ed Sheeran would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be a good honorable mention.
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran and that baseball player.
Oh, yeah, from the Mets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Thor, I think
It's the Ice Dragon
Yeah.
because Viserion, the dragon, is kind of like a lame dragon because it's named after the lamest Targaryen, Viserion. But now the Night King rides him, he could fucking bring down walls like Kevin. You know what I'm saying?
Down walls with my
Kevin
burps.
breaks the wall. Man.
You know?
All that butane.
That was a good one.
I want purple fire for next season.
All right, now it brings us to our main one, the season MVP. Who was the main one that just crushed this season and almost carried it on their shoulders? Who would you say? Who stepped up the most? That's a hard one, man, because there's a lot. There's a lot of.
Oh, dude,
honorable
wait.
mentions.
No, we forgot
What?
to give Sansa props.
For
Yeah.
For the last section that we were talking about.
For most
That
improved player.
Most improved player.
Yeah,
Because
but
that is an improvement. What she did.
Honorable mention.
Yes,
all right. If you want to do that way, I'm gonna vote another most improved player. In the way he's improved is because he died and got his throat slashed. I thought Game of Thrones improved when Littlefinger died.
No, that was a show improved, not him.
Well, the thing is,
We'll
that
say
scene
that
I think will
because he
be.
cried. I
Yeah.
loved it when he cried. I was like, yeah,
He cried like a little bitch.
Well, I think that scene is gonna go with the other.
yeah,
the
one of
next-
the other categories.
The next category.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you, and the thing is, even going in, just because...
Because we all thought she was
I
being
didn't trust
gullible
her.
again, though.
Yeah.
But like,
Well, that's the weird thing is because they admitted there was an elitist scene where Sansa goes to Bran, and it was after the scene between Arya where she hands the knife back to Sansa, and Sansa thinks, "Oh shit, I might really die." Goes to talk to Bran, and then Bran then discovers everything. So that kind of takes away a lot of Sansa
her
manipulating,
power, yeah.
and takes away a lot of that power, and it shows she was gullible. So does that scene count, knowing that it was just a cut scene and it didn't make the final cut?
It was taken out. I feel it doesn't count. It's just what we saw on screen.
Yes, I know. I
That's
agree.
what I feel.
yeah, if you don't see him die, it doesn't count. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a different.
Yeah.
That's a
Blackfish
different-
doesn't. Don't talk to him or Stannis.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. So what's the next category?
Well, we were
Well,
gonna go
season
with.
MVP. Talk about it.
Yeah. So our
I think that is a season MVP, right?
no, that was the
Right.
that was the most improved.
Most improved.
Yeah.
That was the most improved. Someone we didn't get too much out of before, and they came back. So this is
Can I start this one?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Arya.
As a
You-
season MVP,
Yeah, she's always been an MVP. She's one of my favorite
you're the
characters.
real MVP. Arya.
she's great, but I wouldn't say this season though, because the whole Littlefinger dynamic didn't play a factor at all.
Well,
it
she
didn't
did.
affect the story.
She
A.
did.
Why do you feel that?
She did do a Reigns of Castamere on the phrase.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
no,
she
true.
did eliminate a whole house by herself. Right?
Okay,
what
that's
I'm
true.
saying?
That's a good point.
She did fight Brienne.
The reason why I say I wouldn't put that in there is because story A was the whole, White Walkers and everything. Her storyline didn't affect any of that. It's more of a B storyline. That's why I couldn't give it her
Okay.
the season MVP. I'd have to give it to somebody that's somehow affected by
Well, that's
story
you.
A.
That's
No,
not my
exactly. Well, that's what
That's
we're
my
talking
pick.
about. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking
No.
about.
No.
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 Yeah. What do you
What's your
guys
pick?
think? My pick as the season MVP. I have to think about this one for a second.
Furman?
You know what? I'm gonna go. Even though this guy made a lot of mistakes, I'm gonna have to go with Jon Snow. Okay. Reason being is because he got Daenerys. They tied in that whole thing. He went across the wall, which is the stupid move, launching the white and bringing it across. It was a stupid, futile mission, but nonetheless, he did it. They got them over to King's Landing. He was so instrumental in carrying and making moves in Story A that if he wasn't there, Daenerys wouldn't have done a lot of what she's done. She probably would have failed. She would never have met with Cersei. He directly influenced a lot of what happened in that season. That's why I would have to give it to him, in my opinion.
Well, I think he's exempt from the MVP because you already know he's the Song of Ice and Fire. Right?
Right?
She's only go. So, we're not going for best player in general. I feel that would be like Jon Snow would be like the best.
Most
Going for
valuable.
most valuable
Yeah.
to the season.
Yeah.
So, who caused the most changes and drove a lot of the storyline in this season? I'm gonna have to go with the Night King. In this. The reason I go for the Night King is so many characters' decision was driven by the threat of the Night King. Jon Snow's decision, the whole going over the wall.
The trap he apparently set.
Yeah,
that nobody was talking
Danny
about. Yeah.
joining up with Snow being sold finally
Yeah.
was her seeing
Yeah.
them. them bringing one of his minions over is what led to the caucus that they had.
Caucus.
The caucus that they had. And Cersei kind of coming around a little bit, even though she's going to betray them.
So got Jaime, though.
Yeah.
It got Jaime.
That led to Jaime, which the thing I thought would never happen, at least this season, him going against Cersei. So many things were changed. So many characters' decisions were driven by the threat of Night King. That's why he's my real MVP.
Don't cry. It's okay. It's okay.
That's
Cheers.
a good. That's a pretty good.
Cheers.
I'm all out. I need another one.
I'll get you another one while you talk.
My MVP, I'm gonna have to go almost in the same reasoning where you went with the Night King, is kind of Tyrion. Because I feel like out of all the other storylines, especially the big ones that take place with the battles, he's the one who's had the most influence on both sides. You know what I mean? Like he's influencing Daenerys, he's influencing Jon Snow, he's influencing Cersei, he's influencing Jaime. You know what I mean? Even if it doesn't work out to his advantage, like him talking to Cersei and trying to make her change her mind, and then she goes along with it like as a faking, but still her faking that made Jaime realize how evil she is. So something that Tyrion did even helped make Jaime realize, you know what, I'm done with her.
Even though all his plans failed.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's been the most valuable to me. I think is because he's influenced all these storylines.
I think we're looking at this the wrong way. It's like for Team Dany, he's the most valuable player. For Team Jon Snow, Davos is the most valuable player. For Team Cersei, I think her most valuable player could be Bronn or Jaime.
Well, I think for Dany and for Jon, the most valuable players each other. In the end, that's where they end up. It's the most valuable penis or the most valuable.
Well, they did talk about
but what is the season most valuable player?
That's the hard part. So that's where we have to look at our viewers here. Like you guys got to tell us what you guys think. If you're talking about
the season, I'm gonna have to go with the Night King then, because he took out that dragon and gave himself a huge advantage.
All right, we'll give it to the Night King.
Another big change.
I would say the Night King.
Freaking wall is down.
Yeah,
he did. When you said the Night King, I was like, that's interesting. I could definitely see that.
I'm gonna vote Night King.
Yeah,
we'll do Night King. The Night King wins.
So the Night King.
He did unite the kingdom.
Hey, honorable mention.
People,
united all the dead.
He did. The North and.
Honorable mention, the Timberland white.
Oh yeah, he
the
did.
Timberland white.
Because he got to that.
He was like he was like the ISIS.
Yeah,
he
did.
Going.
The Timberland. Yeah.
All right.
Skip leg day.
Here's to skinny legs.
Yeah. So what is some of you guys' favorite moments?
I have 3.
Okay.
Damn, right off the top of your head. All right.
I have 2 right off the top of my head.
Well, I have one in the beginning.
Wait, explain what that is though.
The first Arya scene is just what sets off the season.
That is a great moment.
Because that sets off like, man, I'm a faceless man and I'm gonna fuck shit up.
Yeah.
Right? The Littlefinger death.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for that for fucking how many seasons? You know,
7.
Like even the Arya scenes too. We've been waiting on that for so long because of her training and the Littlefinger scene. Like, we wanted him dead.
Yeah.
As you can see with our reaction, we fucking jumped for joy when he fucking
wanted
dead.
that dead.
And boat sex.
Yeah. I can't. Those are my 3 too.
You can't beat boat sex.
You guys have.
I would say the only one I would say is the battle with the White Walkers when the north of the wall, Magnificent 7. Man, that was like
the standoff.
It was so cool. I mean, it wasn't as large as the other dragon battle, but it was cool because it was an element. It was so simple, good against evil. You know what I mean? When you're seeing 2 groups of people fighting each other, it's just like, well, they're both kind of dicks. I don't really care. But when it's just like obvious monsters and bad guys, and the fact that they were cornered, I thought that was like really cool. That was like one of my honorable mentions. But definitely Arya, definitely the Littlefinger death. That was my favorite fucking moment in this entire season.
I've been asking for the tie for so long. That has to be my number 1. I've never been so excited.
Varys hasn't even found out yet.
He's gonna be creaming himself.
But I would also have to include the first meeting between Jon and Daenerys.
Oh yeah.
That first scene with Davos and the introduction.
We just all agree whole season 7 is the most fucking.
Yeah, man.
So that introduction and them meeting each other and just the way that whole scene played out, boom. That and then little thing. I can replay that over and over.
We
And
forgot
you
about the
do.
Grey Worm and Missandei sex too.
Oh yeah, I forgot
I
that.
forgot about
They're
that.
like,
You mean the
What?
oral sex?
Boat sex just completely took that one out of the water.
They're just scissoring each other.
Oh, dirty.
Oh
No.
man, this season just had a lot of freaking good.
It was good.
It's
Just
the fan
imagine
service season.
How that conversation's gonna go between them. She's like, yeah, you know, I had sex with Grey Worm. And
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, but he doesn't have a dick.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna turn around, yeah, well, I'm not related to him though.
Like they're like little locker room talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
All right.
Now, one of the things was, so what is something this season that you wanted to see that you didn't see?
Okay, so I'll say this, like, okay, you know, there's the whole theory about how the Night King set up the trap,
Yeah.
right, to get the dragon. But there's plot holes to that. Meaning, how did he know that Daenerys and Jon Snow were gonna fall for each other? How did he know that Gendry? How did he know that Gendry was gonna take off, send out the Raven to go notify her that she was gonna be in love with Jon or care enough about Jon to then fly over with the dragon? Like, there's a lot of like lucky
Well, the thing
situations
is, there's a
that
lot of
broke.
things that he's a green seer too, that he can see the future.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, exactly. That's the only thing you have
part
to
of that
bank
theory.
on.
Part of that theory
Yes.
is
Goes
that
to the brand
So,
theory.
so the only thing that I would say disappointment is I really pray to the fact that he is this master manipulator. I'm disappointed that I want to see a little more of
What
this.
if the three-eyed
Knock us
raven
over the
is
head
three
with
different
this.
people? What is that? Like, imagine if
Maybe.
the three-eyed raven, like, this is one eye, that's one eye, and this one
No,
eye.
it could be.
all
I just
together.
wanted to see more of this to prove to us, yes, this is what it
Well,
was.
probably
Right now,
won't
it's all
come next
speculation. Yeah, but right now it's all speculation. I just wanted to get a little more proof of it.
Yeah, how about Kev? What do you have? What do you want to see this season? Boat sex.
More boat, definitely more boat sex. I would say right that I felt like they were kind of holding back on like main player deaths a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I definitely would have liked to seen what's his name, Euron's nephew die. Fucking
Theon?
Theon. I would have liked to see because I can't stand him anymore. I feel like they're just like wasting
I think
space.
he has something to offer at the end, though.
Yeah, but for like a character-wise, I just feel like he's unredeemable. Like it doesn't like.
I feel like he served his purpose already by helping free sons.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he has one more thing to go because just remember, well, not just Yara, but Euron is going to go pick up and ferry the army, and Theon's going after Euron.
That's gonna
So-
go with my predictions later. I got a lot to say about that.
so there's a possibility that that might get ruined. If I had to say something that I wanted to see this season, I didn't get to see. We got 6 episodes only next season.
You
That's
wanted
it.
2 more episodes.
No,
more
I mean, I'll take them.
definitely.
I'll take
You
them.
wanted 2 more episodes.
I'll
Yeah.
take them. But this is what it says. It's like we got 6 episodes. We got to make the most of it going into the season. So my hopes this season is by the end of the season, we would have eliminated the human living conflict for it,
And
and,
just go
then
straight
spend
for it.
all next season on the war with the White Walkers.
Well, let me ask you a follow-up question with that then.
Well, the thing is, that's not Game of Thrones, though. You
Yes.
have to have that. Like,
But
human
do
conflict.
we think then for next season, because they never quite wrapped that storyline up, right? Daenerys versus Cersei. Are they going to vanquish the Night King first before they get to that? Or are they going to squash the human fighting before they finish up the Night King? Like, who does it end with?
Well,
this is prediction era, though. This is
Oh,
prediction era.
This is a
We're
prediction,
gonna move on
but I'm
later
saying
on.
that's what I felt. That's just my own personal thing. Is I want to make the most. I would love to have 6 episodes of. We've been waiting. The first freaking episode they showed the White Walkers.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for so long for this battle, this
Yeah,
war.
me too, man.
Now the wall is down. Give us 6 full episodes of epic just battle, like for the life of
That's what you
humanity.
wanted to see in
For
this
you-
season.
That's what I say. I just want to like get rid of some of these other smaller petty like conflict, and then going into a new season, it's the living united against the dead, but you still have the Cersei issue with the living.
I just came up with another one that I wish I saw that I didn't get to see this one. Tormund and Brienne getting it on. More boat sex with just those two, man.
In the boat. Everything has to happen in the boat.
It has to happen in the boat.
That wins.
It's the love boat.
But that's what I wanted to see the most because they teased it so much. It's not like just what you wanted to see.
You know what? They had to wait though because otherwise Daenerys and Jon Snow would have stole their thunder.
How about a threesome with the Hound?
Foursome. John and Danny and Brienne and Tormund. It's all going crazy together.
That's what he wants.
Light the candles, bro.
So what do you want to see?
For next season?
No. Did you already go?
No, I said mine.
You haven't
I just wanted more flashbacks of like the Rhaegar flashbacks, like the Battle of the Trident.
That would have been cool.
The tourney at Harrenhal, like more of those, like how they fell in love, like the two, like Lyanna and Rhaegar, like more of their backstory.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I think I got everything I wanted in this season, except for those. You know, so like, that's about it.
Like a Ned Stark flashback.
Yeah, like bring Ned Stark back.
Bring Boromir back, baby. Bring him back.
In a flashback, you know? Like,
it goes with the whole, are they going to do a spin-off of young Ned and young Robert? Yeah. And if they are, they could be saving it for that.
Because you got what? Like 4 spin-offs that they're going to do? I'm not sure they'll all actually end up on TV, but they're going to work on 4 separate ones and I guess maybe see which ones work, which ones don't. So that might be one.
Yeah, that would be cool to watch, though. I would really watch. I mean, I'm going to watch them all, let's be honest. That one I really want to push for.
Yourself.
Yeah, that's not going to come on.
Alright, what are we doing now?
Another thing is, you just...
I forgot.
Yeah. Well, we talked about the stuff that we wanted to see, but out of the stuff that we did see, what was your own personal biggest disappointment of this season?
Isn't that what we said already?
No, we talked about favorite moments and then things
we
wanted.
just talked about what we
wish we would have seen more. And that's
why
I said.
No, but this is out of what you did see. What was your disappointment?
Yeah, mine
not
was,
what you wanted to see.
No, that's what we said though, because it was the Night King. Like for me, it was the Night King not showing enough of him playing. Isn't that what we just did or no?
Yeah, we just did that. We just did that.
Basically, we're that's
the same thing.
Right or no?
That's the.
I mean,
we just talked about what we wish we could have seen more of in season 7.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, the difference was one is what was not included.
Oh, I see. And what did we see and we wish we didn't see?
What did you see that you were like, I didn't like this?
Oh, got it. Okay. I got it.
I think they could have made the Littlefinger death at least 25 more minutes. They could have.
Torture scene.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, because that was just too quick. I would have liked to see him tortured a little bit, like Theon. You know what I mean? One of my disappointments was the fact that the snakes were eliminated that quickly because they build them joining together. All together, it was just like, damn, Danny's got all these allies, and then it was eliminated so quickly, and we didn't get the snakes how quickly they went down. And
they're supposed to be really, really good, and then they just stopped.
They basically, if you count the end of one episode and the part that they showed up on the other episode, they got all taken out in maybe like 25 minutes.
It did, and like I completely agree with you because then it was like, what was the point of the sand snakes? Then you set them up and they just got decimated quickly. Another one I'll say though for mine is the Reed family, man. Like, okay, so the brother was already dead. The sister just comes in, Bran just dumps her.
I think they make a big difference next season.
She's gone already though. He basically just kicked her to the curb and that's it. She was gone. I was like, well, what was the point of her? Just dragging him.
Remember, all of them will end up in Winterfell.
Yeah, but not her. She's gone. He deuced her out and she's gone. Like that's it for her storyline.
Yeah, but her family. She went to her castle, and then all the castles in the north eventually are all gonna. That's why they're saving grain.
Now that the walls down.
Yeah, that's true.
They're all gonna end up all in Winterfell. That's why like Sansa's like, grab all the grain. If we don't use it, we'll return it. So like,
I just feel like with the Reed family, I feel like in the books they're serving a way bigger purpose than in the show. They just
they just made her like peace out, like
the way they handled it, how quickly she was out, that was a disappointment.
Yeah, it was just like, what was the point of her then?
And then she wanted to marry Bran and like make 3-eyed babies.
Another one I'm thinking of too is what I do wish I saw more of was more fucking Sam Tarly. I felt like he was so distant from the whole season. It was like the whole season was like crazy battle, and then then his part was like, Sam goes to college. And like, it's like I wanted to see more like shit with him. And, like, because it's just like him learning and stuff like that. And then he goes to go try and save Jon, which I thought was cool because he was like, you know what, fuck these books, I know what I need to do to go help fucking Jon Snow. Fuck these old guys telling me they don't know shit, they're fucking old and crazy. I need to go help Jon.
I choose grayscale, motherfucker.
Yeah, what have you done?
Exactly. And then he goes to try to meet Jon, and then we don't get to see that. But like, it's gonna be really cool to see that next season because you know it's gonna happen. I just wish there was more Sam.
Fuck these books, but I'm gonna steal them.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal them.
That's his motto, dude.
He's
Take
the
shit
original
and
pirate.
fucking run, dude. Take shit and run.
What was the question again?
No, it's about what do you wish you saw.
What happened in this season? Something that happened that was disappointing.
Yeah, you saw it.
Nymeria.
That scene.
Yeah,
I wanted them to all go to Winterfell and have more wolves.
You know what?
I got more wolves and dragons.
I got the perfect answer. The most disappointment thing was Ed Sheeran. You know why? Because it proved that Game of Thrones, like, you went pop culture a little bit.
Exactly. You got taken out of the episode and just go, oh, there's Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, and it really did though. Like it was like, man, you guys just really.
See, I don't even know who that is.
At least kill him.
Yeah.
See, I don't know who Ed Sheeran is, so that doesn't bother me.
At least kill him. Yeah.
The thing is, dude,
If the Night King would have came and turned him, I'd be like, yeah, now I get
Ed
it.
Sheeran really
And then he
looks
just
like
starts playing
Lannister,
death
though.
metal instead.
He had golden hair.
He just didn't act like one because his acting was terrible. Let's be honest.
You know, but like, he didn't bother me. But okay, let's move on.
All right, what's next?